Well, changing our clocks twice a year for daylight saving time pains many of us, but a Middle Tennessee lawmaker introduced a bill to actually opt out of it.
But what would that look like for Tennessee, which is split between two time zones? WBIR 10 News reporter Stephanie Haynes spoke to the lawmaker and joins us to explain. Stephanie?
Robin and John, Representative Rick Tillis of Lewisburg introduced the bill because he says daylight saving is an inconvenience. In theory, people may agree, but in practice, it might be a little confusing. Here's why. Every year, as we turn our clocks forward and back, we switch between standard time and daylight saving time. November to March is standard time, and the rest of the year is daylight saving. But a Tennessee lawmaker wants to stay on standard time all year and be exempt from daylight saving.
It's a huge inconvenience. There's no benefit to it. So that's the primary reason why.
According to the Department of Transportation, which oversees time zones in the U.S., daylight saving became law in the 1960s, and its purpose is to save energy. Hawaii and most of Arizona are the only two states that don't participate. Several states have introduced bills to opt out as well. Representative Rick Tillis says a bill like this was introduced in 2015 but didn't make it to the floor.
So that's a difficulty, I see for us. I don't know, here in Tennessee, I'll start making my rounds and talking to other state representatives.
But what would that look like if Tennessee didn't spring forward like the rest of the country? Let's say you were driving west on I-40 from North Carolina through Tennessee. Crossing state lines, you would gain an hour. Traveling farther west to Nashville, you would gain another hour. But as you cross over to Arkansas, you would lose an hour. And not to mention the states bordering to the north and south.
It could create some issues. So that's one thing I've discussed, and I'm sensitive to. That's why I have made a concerted effort to get the bordering states to get on board with this.
Until then, we'll spring ahead again in March.